Welcome guys, I'm Bryce from Righteous Reptiles. So today's video is going to be a bit different. As you can see, my reptile room is filling up quite quickly and I'm not really using all the space that I can because all this is not used space. So what I'm going to do about that is going to build a shelf about 50 centimeters this way, 1 meter high and 1.6 meters in length, which will stop around about over here. So that's going to be the shelf and it'll come up to around about this height, and then I'll put the enclosures on top of that, and then I'll have a lot more space that way. As you can see, everything's in a mess in the soon-to-be chameleon enclosure because I've had no space to put all my stuff, because it was in the enclosure that the leopard gecko is in, but then I got the leopard gecko and didn't know where to put this stuff. So this will be all neatened out once I get the shelves, which will be super cool. And then let's get to it. Okay, so as you can see, this isn't brand new wood because we got it from an old building site. So I'm gonna use what I have already so I don't waste money. Is that an isopod? Wow, that was loud. I should have worn my ear protection. I do advise doing that. Woo. As well as safety gloves and goggles. My ear's still ringing. So there we go, a nice cut, but I still need to cut like 15 or 10 centimeters off this way, so that's going to be a bit more challenging, but something we can still tackle together. Now to cut the long section. I want it 50 centimeters thick. Not this side, but this side you can't see. I am wearing the ear protection now. Don't know why I didn't do it before, but you don't need to wear it for this part of the process, but I am. Just because those expansion thingies in your ears take quite a while to expand fully. There we go. Measure twice, cut once. Remember, use ear protection now. Okay, so my phone died, So I'm not sure what the last clip you saw was, but I'm pretty sure you saw me telling you to wear the earbuds or whatever they're called, and then I've just cut so far that long and just got to make it all the way, and then we're done with that part of the build. That wasn't so bad, now was it? So top of the table is ready, or top of the shelf should I say. Now we've got to do the legs. Okay, so that's measured out 1 meter by 50 centimeters. Now cutting this part off will be a bit more difficult, but we can do it. Okay, so just remember, you don't cut straight when you look at the camera that's over there. So I looked at the camera, and as you can see, I went off, and then I fixed myself at the end. But that part doesn't really count because I have to cut off this. So don't look at the camera while you're filming. Just cut. Look at the marker to go straight. Well, it's not a biggie. Well done me for cutting skew. Yippee! Now this is the last cut for this board, then we've got to do one other leg. I'm not so sure if I'm going to do a supporting board yet or a backboard. Honestly, I'm just going to skip this part of cutting this board into 50 centimeters by 1 meter, or 1 by 50. Whatever you want to call it. I'll skip this part and you'll see when we get to put it together. Unless something happens, like I cut my finger off during that time, which I really do not advise because I like all these digits. Okay, so I cut both legs and now the top part, and now that's basically done, but I'm going to cut another one of those just for extra support. Now I've finished cutting all 3 or all 4 pieces, so there's your top of your shelf and all your legs. Now I'm gonna wait for my dad to get home so he can help me hold them up while I screw them together. So that's gonna go there, this one's gonna go at the end, and this one's gonna go somewhere in this vicinity. So now it's all screwed together, and this is basically the final product for the shelves. I just need to sand it, paint it, and put a backboard on as well as a bottom. One thing I love about creating stuff and not going out and buying it is that you can build it to your specific needs, which is super cool. Because if you go out and buy a shelf, it's not going to be this thick, it's not going to be how you want it. This is exactly how you want it. And if you're not happy with it, you can't say I need more money to go buy something else, a better shelf or whatever. You can basically modify it till you get happy. So anyway, thanks guys for watching. It's Bryce from Righteous Reptiles. Nice and dirty hands. High five!